Hi everyone, I'm Kimberly Mendoza, a student at Vanguard University. Today I want to share with you guys some really informative information about the history of Spain's Spanish film. In today's discussion, I'll be going over different topics that have led to the advancements of Spain's film industry today. First, I'll speak about the origins of the film industry. I will then touch on the film industry's evolution, following with some information about Spain's film industry within the present day. Then I would like to elaborate on the streaming sites that many Spanish films can be found on, as well as what the rating system looks like in Spain. Finally, I will conclude this discussion with a little summarization and prediction for Spain's film industry. The origins of Spain's film industry is very interesting and important. In 1866, two of Spain's most popular cities, Madrid and Barcelona, began to screen movies. These movies that were screened were produced by the Lumiere brothers. The Lumiere brothers was a famous French production company that started the film industry in France. By 1895, Spain held their first film exhibition in Barcelona. They screened over 10 movies from different countries. This exhibition really did help launch the film industry for Spain. It wasn't until 1897 Spain would produce their very first movie. The movie was Rina en un Café. It was a short black and white film. It was silent that was directed by Spanish director Fructos Gilbert. The short film was roughly about a man who was sitting at a cafe and saw a really beautiful woman walking by, but he wasn't the only man to notice her. The other men also thought that she was beautiful, and the men end up getting in a fight. The film ends with both men coming to some sort of agreement and shaking hands at the end, forgetting about the woman. This short film highlighted the cliche themes of jealousy, violence, and happy endings. For starters, the silent and sound era was a time here in Spain that really ignited the film industry. In the early 20th century, the production of silent films began to flourish, showcasing the influence of both European and American filmmaking styles. These silent films drew their content primarily from literature, adapting popular stories and novels for the big screen. However, in 1927, everything changed with the release of the American film, The Jazz Singer, which marked the advent of sound in cinema. This groundbreaking development had a profound impact on Spanish film production, as filmmakers now had to adapt to this new technology. 2 years later, in 1929, the first Spanish film, with sound, The Mystery of the Puerta del Sol by Francisco Elias, was released, marking a significant milestone in Spanish cinema history. As the industry continued to evolve, Manuel Casanova founded the Compañía Industrial Film Española in 1935, which became the first sound filmmaking studio in Spain. However, the Spanish Civil War in the 1930s brought about a period of censorship and propaganda, which greatly influenced the content and direction of Spanish films during that time. The Franco regime really impacted not only the country of Spain, but it also impacted the film industry. For nearly the first 100 years of Spanish film, the industry faced several severe limitations imposed by censorship. Dictator Francisco Franco, in his efforts to suppress the spread of political ideas through Spanish cinema, exerted strict control over the content and messages portrayed in films. Consequently, movies began and became tools of propaganda, serving the regime's agenda. A notable example of this manipulation was the film Benvenido, Mr. Marshall, released in 1953. Despite being presented as a comedy, it subtly conveyed a statement about Spanish-American relations. furthering the regime's narrative. However, amidst this climate of control, some filmmakers managed to challenge the Franco regime and its political issue. One such film was The Spirit of a Beehive, released in 1973, which offered a critique of the regime and its oppressive nature. Despite the limitations and censorships, Spanish filmmakers persisted in expressing their perspectives, albeit often in subtle and indirect ways. In 1975, something big happened in Spain, the fall of the Franco regime. This significant event sparked a cinema renaissance, opening up new doors for Spanish filmmakers to explore their creative freedom and dive into different genres. One of the most notable changes was the loosening of censorship surrounding the film industry. Suddenly, filmmakers were no longer bounded by strict regulations, allowing them to express themselves more freely. This newfound freedom also extended to the language used in movies and other cultural works. Previously, only Castellano Spanish was accepted, but now filmmakers were able to produce their works in other languages as well. This not only added diversity to the Spanish film scene, but it also opened doors for international collaborations. With the shackles of censorship removed, numerous Spanish filmmakers took the opportunity to address controversial subjects that were previously off limits during the Franco dictatorship. They fearlessly tackled topics that challenged societal norms and sparked important discussions. This period marked a turning point in Spanish cinema, as it also allowed filmmakers to push boundaries and bring forth stories that were previously suppressed. In Spain, the production of movies is quite impressive, with around 300 films being made each year. It's not just movies that are thriving, though. Special entertainment TV shows are also experiencing a steady growth, increasing about 8.4% annually. These shows are clearly captivating audiences as Spain's box office generates a whopping 550 million euros in sales revenue. But that's not all. The TV industry is also booming, with sales revenue reaching nearly 1.4 billion euros. The success of Spain's film exports can be attributed to its vibrant film industry, which is supported by a strong network of theaters and cinemas. One notable example is Cine d'Or in Madrid, a historic cinema that showcases a wide range of Spanish and international films. It's not that just the industry that's making waves, though. Spanish directors like Pedro Almodovar, Alejandro Amenábar, and Isabel Coix have gained critical acclaim for their unique storytelling, putting Spanish cinema firmly on the map. Production companies play a crucial role in the film industry, as they are responsible for producing and distributing a wide range of films. One notable production company is Barbeca, which has been in the business for over 50 years and has produced both Spanish and international films. Some of their notable works include Exodus, La Voz del Sol, El Practicante, and The Paramedic. Another prominent production company is Fresco Film, known for shooting films across Spain, Portugal, and even Hollywood. They have worked on popular projects like Game of Thrones and Spider-Man Far From Home. In addition to production companies, Spanish actors have also played a significant role in bringing recognition to the Spanish film industries. Household names like Penelope Cruz, Antonio Banderas, and Javier Bardem have achieved global acclaim and have solidified Spain's reputation for producing world-class talent. When it comes to film cities, both Barcelona and Madrid are prominent locations in Spain. The cities have become hubs for film production, attracting filmmakers and providing the necessary infrastructure for the industry to thrive. With their rich history and vibrant culture, Barcelona and Madrid offer unique backdrops for filmmakers to bring their stories to life. So, Spain has achieved remarkable success in the world of cinema, with a notable achievement of winning 4 Oscars for Best International Film. This prestigious recognition highlights the exponential talent and creativity that Spanish filmmakers possess. Moreover, Spain's triumph extends beyond the Oscars, as the country has garnered more than 30 awards at various international film festivals, including the renowned Cannes Film Festival and the Bear Festival. This widespread acclaim can be attributed in part to the emergence of streaming platforms such as Netflix and Amazon, which have provided a global platform for Spanish actors, directors, and films. These platforms have allowed Spanish cinema to reach audiences worldwide, leading to increased recognition and appreciation for the country's cinematic contributions. Additionally, Spain's commitment to promoting the art of filmmaking is evident in the vast number of film festivals held annually, totaling over 80. These festivals, including the prestigious San Sebastián Film Festival, Festival Mujeres del Cine, and Cannes Film Festival, provide a platform for emerging talent and serve as a celebration for the rich and diverse Spanish film industry. So, Spanish films can be controversially streamed on 3 different platforms worldwide. Among these platforms, Netflix stands out as Spain's top streaming services for Spain's movies and TV shows. Netflix alone has invested nearly $1.8 billion to Spain's film industry. Not only does Netflix provide a vast selection of Spanish content, but it has also made significant investment in producing original Spanish films and TV shows, further enriching its offerings. Another prominent platform, Amazon, has also recognized the value of Spanish literature adaptations and has invested in producing such adaptations, ensuring a diverse range of content for its viewers. Amazon has invested about $266 million towards movies and shows. Lastly, Max, another international streaming platform, focuses on receiving exported films from around the world and plays a crucial role in promoting Spain's cinema globally. Max has invested $126 million for many of the Spanish films. In return for their contributions, Max receives a percentage of the revenue generated by these export films. Overall, these 3 platforms play a vital role in promoting and distributing Spain's film internationally, providing audience with access to a wide array of high-quality Spanish content. The film rating system is established on the principles set forth by the Institute de la Cinematografía y de los Artes Audiovisuales, or known as ICAA. So this regulation body is responsible for providing guidelines that determine the appropriate classification for films. The ICAA ensures that movies are categorized based on their content, taking into account factors such as violence, nudity, and explicit language. By adhering to these guidelines, the film rating system maintains a formal and objective approach, allowing viewers to make informed decisions about the movies they choose to watch. The American Parent-Teacher Association, APTA, ratings are suitable for all audiences, ensuring that content is appropriate for viewers of all ages. However, the Entertainment Rating (ER) system specifically recommends certain age groups for certain content. For instance, ER especially recommends that content for children with a minimum age requirement 7 years old, falling under the TV PG rating. On the other hand, the ER system also cautions against exposing children under the age of 7 to content rated 7, which still falls under the TV PG rating. Similarly, the ER system advises against children under 12 watching content rated 12, which falls under the PG-13 rating. For more mature audiences, the ER system recommends content rated 16, which is deemed suitable for a mature audience and falls under the rated R rating. However, content rated 18 under the NC-17 rating is not recommended for audience under the age of 18. Finally, content labeled with an X rating is restricted for audiences aged 18 and over. The APTA and the ER system aim to provide guidance to ensure appropriate content consumptions for all viewers. For the conclusion, the establishment of the Spanish Film Institution of 1944 marked a significant turning point for the country's film industry. This institution provided government funding to filmmakers, enabling them to create movies in various styles and genres. However, during the Franco regime, Spain's film industry faced a decline due to strict censorship and government control over films. Fortunately, in recent years, Spain's film industry has experienced a resurgence thanks to the emergence of streaming platforms like Netflix and Amazon. These platforms have not only provided a new distribution channel for Spanish films, but have also contributed to the industry's growth. With the rise of streaming services and the globalization of media, there is an increasing demand for content in different languages. This presents Spain with a unique opportunity to continue its growth in the film industry. In fact, over the past 2 years, Spain has successfully reached a wider international audience through streaming services, further solidifying its position in the global film market. So thank you for tuning in and listening to me kind of ramble on about Spain's film industry. I really hope that you were able to take away something valuable from this, whether it was a fun fact or a newfound appreciation for Spain's cinema. I'm glad I could share my knowledge with you all. So once again, thank you.